Welcome, fellow armchair generals, to the second challenge of the Field of Glory Empires challenges. A bit redundant there, yes. This is Gamer 1745 here, and this time we're playing as Carthage, Rome's great nemesis as it was growing up, as Rome was expanding. Now, the goal of this challenge is to get, I believe it is, 7,500 gold. They call it money, gold, whatever. I think it's 20 provinces, and stay out of the bottom third of the culture and decadence things, and have up to 50 turns, but try to do it in as few turns as possible. Our current leader is the Barcid family. There's a very famous member of, you've probably heard of him, of the Barcid family, or the would that be Hamilcar Barca? No. Hasdrubal Barca? No. Hannibal Barca. You've probably heard of him. Now, he's the son of Hamilcar, and Hamilcar was one of the leaders in the First Punic War, which 250 BC. So he's about 100 years off. Not quite that much, maybe, but from his interactions with the game, Hannibal. Since we're on the main topic of it. Hannibal, the name partially is referring to Baal or Baal. Sometimes it's spelled B-A, like apostrophe A-L. That is a god that comes from a Phoenician god. Carthage basically is a Phoenician colony that grows up to eclipse its sort of founding culture. Somewhat like the U.S. in that sense. And the god Baal or Baal, various spellings, sort of the great nemesis god to the Jewish Hebrew god Yahweh, Jehovah. However, you want to say that, so that's come into our social fabric as a very negative god, Baal. And Hannibal and it was the primary god of the Carthaginians. So, okay, he is a missionary. Conversion bonus of 15%. Max manpower penalty 25%. That ain't good. Very good administrator. Decadence gain reduced by 10%. Loyalty bonus of 10. Taxation bonus of 10%. But he is a very bad diplomat. Okay. So we won't do very well with diplomatics. We are a stable merchant republic. Culture and decadence. I think you want historical cultural value. We want that more than we want decadence. Wonders. Objectives. Okay. So and I've learned you start at the top they sort of cycle up. For messages, okay, we are currently at war with Syracuse. We can gather mercenaries and allies, which we're not going to do. Seas, commerce, lighter ships, uniremes, instead of triremes is 3 rows or whatever. Uni would be single, and Hemolia, don't know what that is. I'm sure it's a type of lighter ship, or often use smuggling. Okay, we're gonna not do any of these right now. And this game is still sort of in development. I know it's coming soon. I would have a dismiss, but I would have a none of the above button, I guess, instead of this. And we can't pick any of these right now. All right, well, we need to look at our empire. We are currently on a positive monetary basis, which is good. We want to grow that. There we go. Okay, so these are the buildings in this province. Clear water, ranch, wheelmaker, public works, city walls. I guess that's supposed to be a road. That's all I can figure. Silk emporium, caravan house, a harbor, a worship place, and a gambling ring. Okay, so my understanding is that if the building is bordered by green, it does not take away from the number of building slots a province can have, and the province can have building slots based on manpower, I believe. Okay, well, money, that's going to cost us money. Garum shops. Now, Garum, if I remember correctly from my classical cultures, is a fish oil or fish sauce that was put on food, and I thought that was a Roman thing, or just a Roman thing. And some of you who are watching may be playing or have heard of Imperator Rome and how they only have 4 buildings, and all the buildings are the same for all the cultures, and that's a very limiting thing. And I would agree with that. And yeah, if you just look at this as local seafood place, yeah, I mean, and I quite honestly don't know if garum was something that was in the Carthaginian thing, but I don't think it was out in Egypt or Greece or wherever, so I don't quite know how far out that may expand. I think, let's see, allow us Phoenician foot and Libyan Phoenician infantry will unlock for this province. We'll go for that one. We'll improve our military capabilities. Now, over here, much smaller province. I think when there's a little dash symbol, it means nothing's going to happen, because there's although there might be a slot open, there's not enough workers. Let's see. Working infrastructure, military productivity, desert, working agricultural health. Okay, but let's throw on an anchorage just in case we can do something with that, though I don't think it'll be worked on. That's my guess. I do not know, because it does not have a number of turns. Turns are currently 1 year. I've complained about that to the developer. They throw up, oh, it has 500 turns in the game, you know, over the years. One of the other chatters, because it was during a live stream, was giving some stats of how far a Roman legion could move in a week and a month, and definitely, you know, could move back and forth across the Mediterranean 3 or 4 times in a year. Okay, in a year it can move all over the place, can move anywhere you want. Roman legion. Now, Roman legion, and that may be partially with the idea of roads, but sailing. So a year is effing too long. I don't care. Well, I sort of like that. The other presenter there. It's not okay if shorten the number of years in the game, if that's the issue, because you need to have a feeling of correctness, and so the idea it takes me a year to move around here is stupid. I can just say that is stupid. Now, Presumably this will be moddable, so people will be able to mod in the correct thing. Season, 4 turns in a year, maybe. Because sieges, they have sieges in this game. Sieges shouldn't take years. I mean, we see... you have Masada, and that takes a long time for the Romans to get that. You have Alesia, which is Julius Caesar's siege of Vercingetorix at Alesia in Gaul, France, whatever. And that wasn't more than a year, and that, yeah. So I would say monthly turns is what would be best for this thing. And you can readjust, but 6 years to build a stud farm? So it's ridiculous. Okay, well, like the idea of the free slot there, but let's see about grabbing up a coastal market that will get us more food. And we'll get bonus from fish coming in. So yeah, there we go. Now I'll come over to here. Fishery, which will produce fish, more food. A ranch. I'm going to leave that one open for a minute because I don't know if I want a ranch or fish. Okay, here at our capital, we've got lots of people working, a little bit working in government, a little commerce and industry, working in infrastructure, military. Okay, brickwork, infrastructure from stone. Needs cattle, trading, imported. Well, see, that's part of the thing that we could see about why we might want to put. Or if we want to do a cattle here now. Needs iron. Coal is missing, so it won't. Oh, well, it's a bonus of 7 from coal. That's going to run us money right now. Though we may be able to... Gives us equipment which we need for street parlor, culture, Pyrus, okay. Look here at the military. We can't build cavalry. We can hire mercenary horsemen and elephants. Let's go with horses. Much smaller population. And crafter district money, that will help us with our goal on victory, and it's a free slot, so we'll take that. Okay, fishery, farm. We'll go with fishery. Now Malta. Let's see Malta. Well, we don't have very many people, so if we start using up too much of our slots, we can get clear water. That would probably help out Malta. And something that will happen fast. Sheep herd, armor, fishery, street parlor, needs papyrus, missing, produces wool. Yeah, let's go with sheep. Yeah, I like clean water. You can maybe know that's something what I like about the Romans. Greeks definitely did significant water management as well. but not quite to the level of Romans. I remember something about them coming from two different sides of a mountain, and cutting an aqueduct, sort of, a Latin word for it, but through a mountain to get it down to a city in Greece before the Romans, took over Greece. So it's, fairly early in Greek history, and how close, and they showed how close the alignment was. I don't know, because where they met was like a foot or two off, maybe max, and they had to figure out how to do that. So to get water to a city, so they definitely had water management going on here. And if you're one of my friends on Steam and message me and I'm not answering you, you're probably hearing the little beep noise. That's because I'm in the middle of making a recording, and it's cool that you're sending me messages, but don't be upset if I'm not paying attention to you. Or I could be in the middle of shooting something in War Thunder or some other okay, weapons depot, equipment stockpile. We need weapons though, so I don't want to make a weapons depot yet. Well, since this is such small, let's go. Well, we'll go herbalist, manpower. I don't know if that'll get us more people or not down there. Up here now, there's some population. Money, oil mill, food, health. That may help with scarum shops, trading. Yeah, we'll do that. Culture site. Public works. Yeah, it's a free development. We'll do that. And way out here. Herbalist will do that since it's... Well, or do we want to... No, we'll just take that. We can be raided by bandits or nomads or whatever you want to call them. Okay, well, they want some of the goals to achieve that of our government. Wants us to take this province, wants us to take this one, and we're at war with these guys. So let's select the fleet and put them off here. That is right click, and they're stroking their oars. And we're going to send these guys over here, and then left click. We'll select it. Okay, so we'll see about grabbing up that province. Now here we were wondering what to do. I think we figured, well, could already be imported. Papyrus is missing. We're gonna go for ranch anyways. We try to build up our food basis, so we'll do that. Okay, let's end the turn. Processing, very good. Okay, we still, although I do have Field of Glory 2, we still can't fight the battles ourselves, so we will view the battle. This is, in my opinion, at least as good, if not better, than the Imperator Rome battle. You'll see, depending on whether we're besieging a town or what the frontage that the map allows, which affects the ability to your army to flank out. I wish you had more like initial placement, even if you don't have full control over things. Like if you wanted to dump all your elephants on one side and your horse on the other, or I don't know, or where to put skirmishers, but we'll watch the battle. Down all but one unit. Okay. Continuing to process the turn. AI running. Okay. And see, here we are. Progress tokens 2. We want to stable republic. Culture and decadence rating. We want to raise that up. We want to get up higher. We don't need to be at the top. We just want to be out of the bottom third. I don't want to do math right now. Sorry. Okay, corruption of the Barcid family led to inefficiencies and bribery. Carthage civilization is regressing. Okay. Aging tier reached. Okay. Okay, well. Let's look at our messages. Okay, we've got our clear water up there, and it's maybe time to look at the next improvement. Coastal market money. We're looking to gather money. Flax field, I'm looking for, you know, a 42. That's going to be about the end of the game when that happens. So we'll go with coastal market. And our clean water happened here. And I think we'll go with the crafter district now. And clear water happened down here, which will hopefully again produce more population. Culture, well, we need marble. We're going to have that working, so let's go with the herbalist. Syracuse entered our land in Egypt. Okay, so they're now besieging our town there. Okay, well, battle has been fought, right? We saw that. We saw that already happen. Okay, regions getting slaves. Our armies marched and conquered the region, right? Okay. Saw an invasion of Numidia. And proposed to that is here. Okay. Barcid family tasks the armies of Carthage to conquer Numidia. Oh, they want us to go after Numidia. How interesting. Merchants and change our recruitment policy. We can't do that at this time. Slave markets. Use your slave markets to buy or sell slaves or distribute them more equally within your nation. Okay. Buy slaves from the slave market. Using this option, you will the one populous region. Okay, now I want to come over here. Oh, I click with the right one. Make sure the oars look like they're stroking. Pick these guys up and salt mine would be nice, but I think we can wait a turn on that. So maybe we should have built more units there. But we'll see about moving our army over and relieving them. Now we have some equipment. We're going to get some more this turn. 75, 15, okay. Mercenary Hoplite Phalanx. Sacred Band. Isn't this a little early for Phalanx? Okay, yeah, no, the Phalanx probably around at this time, because I think it was, yeah, that's right, 3:30, so yeah, and we're on a countdown, so Phalanx is around. But I would say, that's just maybe a game balancing thing, a Hoplite, now maybe it's mercenary versus non-mercenary. A Hoplite's armor and setup would be lighter and smaller, or a Hoplite's armor and setup would be more than a Phalanx. One of the key things, and here is something that is wrong. A key thing with the Phalanx was they went to a smaller shield. And I don't know all the Greek terms for it. We'll call it a spear. The spear that the Hoplites used was shorter, and they had the large shield that they carried that the hand and arm goes through and holds onto the fairly heavy largest shield, where the Phalanx has a smaller, lighter shield, and the Sarissa, which we'll sort of call a pike as opposed to a spear, is much longer. And so the smaller Phalanx shield is strapped to the left arm so that both the left and the right hands can grasp the pike. This is, I don't know if you've heard of Niccolo Machiavelli. He is very famous for the book The Prince. Well, he also wrote another book called The Art of War. Now, of course, the most famous book of that title is Sun Tzu's Art of War. Europe had yet to encounter Sun Tzu's work. It happens a couple hundred years later. And some of the later books titled The Art of War, whether or not that person had encountered. There's debate on whether Napoleon may have been able to have read Sun Tzu's work, so that's much later. But Machiavelli also wrote a much thicker book than The Prince, on The Art of War, and he very much dismisses as being incorrect that they could use the pike and the shield at the same time, because they were used to pike squares that had no shields, because shields were too big to use it with it, and the pikes needed two hands. So they were like, hey, these ancient writers getting something wrong. They must be mistaken, and somehow either they had the shield on their back, if I vaguely remember reading, and then only transition to the shield when going to the sword, doing sword and shield, or what, they didn't know. Well, it's because they had a smaller shield that allowed them to use two hands on it. So yeah, I know this is just a graphic image and it's just a minor thing, but it does come down that and there's different Phalanx equipment. Some of the stuff just really had cloth armor, and I don't mean cloth over metal, I mean just cloth armor, and the Phalanx was trying to go fairly light for a lot of the troops, and it was multi-layers of cloth, fairly good, fairly thick, fairly rigid. So where a lot of the Hoplites, now some of the Hoplites would have also had it, but a lot of the Hoplites were heavier armored. So I would do, though generally the phalanx is a better unit, but I would do more equipment for the hoplites. See, that pay is just a huge, because it's a mercenary thing, I'm guessing. Okay. And we want to build up our army, and we're going with some Phoenician foot because we can afford it money-wise. Take that off. Yeah. Okay, we'll have a group of Phoenician foot as sort of a to maybe push down into here while we move the other forces up. Okay. Next turn, because I think we're getting all these extra troops, we're going to have a downturn in money. But okay. Okay. Battle, Syracuse attacking Carthage. View battle. Now, we are going to see how this goes. We're defending. We have city walls, which narrows our frontage, which may help, though I don't think so. Very poorly. Well, not surprised about that. Or that. Well, nope. The battle is ended in a draw. Very good for us. Okay. Yes. And we'll see another impulse of this as they sort of call them. Now they're coming after our remnants. Yeah, of course. These skirmishers are not doing very well against their proper troops. Looks like we lost that. I'm not doing well. Yes, they won the battle. Processing turn. Okay. Does it take a whole turn to... we're going to move these guys here. Let's see if that works out. Partially just to see if it works out. Okay, we now have our clear water. Drinking water. They don't have bonus money from cattle, olive oil, which we have, honey. Cattle's coming. Tavern. Yeah, let's do a crafter district. Down here. Okay. I think that was the ranch or the fish. I don't know. We need copper. Missing bonus 5 from copper. Oh, well, bonus 5 from iron. We'll get more from copper. Culture. We need myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh. That's myrrh. That's right. Myrrh. Myrrh comes from way down here. This is where myrrh comes from. That's sort of why it was so valuable, because it comes from then frankincense. I think also sort of comes from there. Or maybe I'm putting the two together. Or yeah, swapping them out. Yeah, let's do blacksmith here, and yeah, we got besieged. Battle's been fought. Battle's been fought. Acting as barbarian secure. Okay, they've conquered us. Yes. There. there. Yes. Merchant send metal required for money or manpower. Okay, we can't do that. And here we are. Okay, well. Yeah, it shouldn't take 2 years to come down here, but whatever. Well. Let's look what kind of... Okay, all right. I don't know that I want to use mercenaries just for their high cost. Hoping that if we build down here a little closer, they can join the army and join that battle. Well, this isn't quite working out the way that I hoped. And again, Sardes, I believe that would be Sardinia, seeking cooperation treaty with us, paving the way for, okay, we could either go to their, people are starving here, okay, food. How do we deal with that, though? There's a lot of nuances in this game. Trade details, yes. We could look at that. Diplomacy. We'll accept that. Oh, now I thought I was getting them down here. Oh well, I messed that up. Now we're still in that negative money thing. We can see they're trading over and through into here. These guys are not currently trading. They're trading down through here. These guys are trading over into there. We can see that. It all sort of happens automatically, which is in a way nice, but also in a way I don't know how, other than simply conquering. Well, I guess you build buildings as well as trying to conquer areas to deal with trade. Okay, fishery has been completed. Okay, that was not there. Here. Fishery, there, I guess. Not sure. Pure Placentium. Okay, so they've got a new area. Okay, with the treasury flooded with coins and gold, we are considering using some of the riches to either acquire metal or manpower. No, we're not doing that. And yes, you're probably hearing the gardeners. I really do sort of hate that, but not much I can do about it at the moment. Sorry. Let's end this and see how this works out with the army. Does it go over to there? Yes. Okay. Messengers have arrived. Carthage and Sardis are sharing information, easing their trade and cooperation in other aspects. Very good. That is good. They are now, to some degree, I don't know, not quite a client state, but for cooperation alliance. Okay, that's good. Carthage fleet, lack of supply. Okay. Well, hopefully that will do it. Oh, okay, we built a building out here. Sorry, click it before I read what it is. Coastal market, well, trade settlement, harbor. I'd like to get more profit coming in. We can do that. Hey, see what might be other proposals. Because if we fill up, well, I think we can destroy a building. So if we fill this up too much, bonus food from fish. Yeah, that's good. Population down here has decreased. Carthage has completed a national unique structure. Okay. There we go. Yeah, since we have a lot of structures, lots of population, let's go with Temple to Moloch. I think we'll do clean water instead. Okay, Crafter District has been completed there. Don't need a weapons depot if I'm not producing weapons. Bonus money, weaver shops. We can get cotton, wool, or flax. Well, let's do a flax field. It'll get us food and also produces flax. Ranch has been completed in Africa. Okay, if we do a tavern now, we get money. We got bonus 4 from cattle and olive oil. Needs wine, trading required. Let's do with anchorage, since it's a free slot. Population growth down here. Let's click here, and we're going to merge these two. And we're going to come down to here. Now back here. Okay, they've got population growth. Okay, so now we have some working in commerce and industry. Now notice this has gone to 8 from being a dashed line. Okay, that's good. We'll continue to try to develop this. And they've acquired that up there. Okay, well, doesn't quite affect us down here in the near future, at least. Might affect us ultimately here. Okay, let's... Okay, so we were going to view this battle. We've come out here. Obviously, we have a lot more frontage. It's a wider battlefield because it's in the plains. Carthage won. And down here, we'll actually see about viewing the battle this time. Sorry if we have to do it, but you can see the mechanics and how it works, whether we watch it or not. These aren't very good troops, and I knew it, but I was hoping we had enough to pursue, take them out. Okay, good. Now we've got our coastline contiguous down here, which is nice. Okay. Carthage fleet has critical lack of supply in there. Okay. Starving. Let's, come over to... Well, let's actually go into port. Oh, well, let's see. Okay, Herbalist has been completed. Down in Malta, Malia, or whatever it is. Well. Let's shift that down to there. Salt. No, I don't know. See, now a salt house costs us money, but trading in some of the stuff may actually make us money. And that does take a little bit of digging. Pleasure house. Decadence increase. No, we're not. We're gonna. Well, actually, well, I don't know. We'll think about that. Clear completed over here in Tunis. Ooh, 25 equipment. And yes, like you can see, this building, some buildings can be upgraded as well. And no, I don't know the details on all of them, but I think that would be a good thing because we'll get a lot more equipment. And we get 10 bonus equipment as well from iron. If we get leather, we'll get even more. Population growth in Africa down here. Which means each cattle local trade cost is 0. Available structures, right. Preceptor house. Now this decreases, or decadence decreases. And we have 19 food, base production, structures, so yeah, we'll do some more food. going to happen fast. Okay, anchorage completed in Africa is here. Well, that's where we were. Population growth over here. Good. I don't know. We're going to reduce this food, but we still have plenty. Training ground completed out here. Very good. This should allow some more unit types of whatnot that we need to maybe build. Okay, mercenary recruitment center, equipment. Crafter district, fortune teller. I think crafter district. Battle. We conquered from the hands of Syracuse. Very good. Up here. Yay, we're getting our place back and we have our army here. Under the bark of governorship has submitted to Carthage. Very good, yes. Battle, right. Okay, we received some slaves after the battle. Very good. Armies merchant. Alright, we got that. Leader of the bark is satisfied. Been conquered. Carthage. Okay. We achieved an objective. Has been raided by Mauritania. This is out here been raided because we don't have any forces protecting it. And we don't have... okay. We didn't have, and we still don't have much in the way of 3 turns. We're just going to live with it being raided. And we've been ordered to take there. Okay. Well. True diplomacy, wars, regions, okay. We've been ordered to take this from Numidia, which will mean a war with Numidia. We already have a war. Didn't want another war. Not yet. Well, we don't have that war yet, but it looks like it's coming. Let's increase. Yeah, I'll even accept that. Increase. Well, there we go. No. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Productivity unrest. Not quite exactly sure. Equipment. I am mentioning equipment. Okay, we got a lot here. Phalanx. Yeah, I'm not really overly interested in. I guess we can move through to there or there. We're gonna wait a little bit though for these to become a little less tattered. Hopefully they'll, now that we're back here, we'll get food. Okay, well, production here. Yeah, clear water, that'll be a good production. And increase that, and increase that. There we go, that should be, I think we're getting a little more food. Of course, well, there we go. Now we're actually at a +1 food. Okay, so that's good, because we also have to feed the army as well. Now down here, these guys. Well, we might as well move them up to there. Again, different games use different right or left clicks for doing things. Ah. Was that a Roman invasion down here that didn't work out so well? I do like the cowbell. As you can see, we're much stronger now that we have had time to recover and get food and all of that. Okay, coastal market has been completed in Malacca. Okay, over here, good. So we've got a coastal market now. Okay, no building construction in Malacca, maximum number allowed based on its population. It has plenty of food coming in. Let's move you down to there. Get a little more. Okay, public works completed in Betis. Okay. No building construction now. Well, money, metal, infrastructure. I think we could use the culture bonus. Clear water has been completed over here. Very good. Now, okay, well. Let's readjust this first. Let's, if we reduce this by 1, and okay, that still gives us, okay, now we can build. It's going to take a long time to get anything done, but gambling, decadence increase, we don't want that. Armor, wheel maker, smokehouse, vineyard, food, wine, yes, we're low on that, so we'll go with that. And population growth over here. Oil mill, more food. Food and health. Salt trading required. Money it's going to cost us. Ooh, marble quarry, culture, bonus from marble culture. Okay, yeah. Mercenary, yeah. We want more culture. And flax field. Where is that here? Yeah, it's probably this one. So more food, lots of food, probably enough food. Yeah, we'll do clear water. Let's Do that. Okay, we still got a positive food. There we go. And flax field completed out in Africa. That's just where we were looking. Oh, is it up here that was a flax field? Or no? Here. Man, or was it down here? Am I just completely lost as to where we just were looking at? Maybe it was over here. They're not jumping. No, I don't know. Man, I don't know. Yeah, they need to jump to it a little more, I think. Let me click on something. They're all built. Oh, wrong district here. Okay, well. Saw an invasion. Yeah, local force invading. Yeah, we don't like that. Another pirate fleet up there. Okay, well that's, again, not anything I need to worry about. Let's add one to the queue. We need to get over and stop that raiding at some point. Okay, well. Armies, yes. You come to the sea. And yeah, you go to the sea as well. So you get on board the ships. Hopefully that'll work out better. Okay, we can get some skirmishers here. We don't have much in the way of equipment out here, but next turn that will help a little bit. Going after one of those two locations, I think. Well, okay, Crafter District completed in Sardinia. Yes, and I know where that is without having to think about it. Food is doing all right. We're looking for money or clothing manufacture. Bonus from furs, silk, dye, leather, needs cloth. We could do that. Decadence. No, we don't want to do decadence. Well, this would give us wool. Clothing manufacturer. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Silk. Isn't it silk exclusive to Japan? I remember a movie about smuggling out some silkworms out of Japan, even back in the early 1800s, if I remember correctly. And I thought they sold silk to China, and then that was, but maybe China also produced, silk. And then, of course, the Silk Road into, that comes across, Asia into Europe. So I don't know what they're thinking with silk. Yeah, since we don't have an agricultural building, we could do that. We'll do wool. Okay. Population growth down here. Very nice. They got lots of food. Let's put that down, get that into there. Stables will produce more equipment. And now I can do the trading for the horses without a problem. But I don't know. See, this is our metal production. So let's go with a blacksmith. And clear water in Africa, which is here. Okay, yeah. Very nice. Okay, wells. Training ground. Tavern. Money. We're trying to build up our money. Needs hemp. Local trade good cost 0. Salt house. Needs salt. I think a tavern. We can get that through trading. We have cattle. We have olive oil for bonuses over the 5. So yeah. Culture and decadence. Okay, well, we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank you for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Love to see you around more often. And of course, I love hearing from you, so please post questions, comments, suggestions, tips. I could use them for this game if you happen to know any, because there are other people making nice videos on this if you've watched them. So please post. See you next time for more historical gaming.